Morning, everybody. As Judy mentioned, I'm Mark Gyurina, the Chief Program Officer here at Operation Able. Good morning to all our guests and welcome to Operation Able's 2022 virtual graduation. I want to thank all of our graduates, their families and friends, Operation Able staff, and our special guests for attending this morning, and I hope you're all doing well. This morning, we're here to celebrate the accomplishments of 178, the biggest number ever, of our graduates, a record number for Operation Able in our 40th year. The commitment of our graduates to their studies, their instructors, and their classmates as they've completed Able's rigorous training programs, especially during these challenging times, is an inspiration to us all. Most importantly, and I hope, and I try to do this every year, is just to recognize our wonderful staff. I want to thank our dedicated staff for their support of our graduates and their commitment to Able's mission. I've worked with many of them for many years, and I can attest that they are just wonderful. So thank you and congratulations to our staff. The feedback we received from student surveys speaks volumes about the value that our program managers, instructors, and assistants bring to the Able learning experience. I want to take just a moment to recognize and thank them. First of all, we have Patty Ball, Hyacinth Sankey, Jody Wheat, and Kathy Coleman for Able Beginnings. Marilyn Pickett, Barb Chervin, and Paul Pickett for Donnelly and Medical Office Training and Skills to Work. Patty Ball, again, for refresher training, computer classes for folks looking to get back to work. Dave Bassett, Laura Stevenson, and Mary Burke for the remote employee training program. And thanks again to all of our wonderful staff. We truly appreciate all your hard work throughout the year. Earlier, I mentioned student surveys and feedback, and I thought, what better way to share that than to hear directly from one of our students. Here's Janet Wilkins, a graduate of our Donnelly Medical Office Training Program, and what she has to say about her learning experience with Able.
Good morning. My name is Janet Wilkins, and I would like to thank you all for this opportunity to share my thoughts with you regarding Operation Able and my new job search. I have previous work experience in retail customer service, as well as in the field of education as a tutor, substitute teacher, and teacher's aide, working primarily with special needs children or students with disabilities. I have also volunteered my time to assist the seniors in Topsfield and Rowley by delivering Meals on Wheels. Based on these experiences, as well as some earlier life experiences as both a caregiver for my parents and as a cancer patient, I decided to pursue a new career path in healthcare as a patient care representative. To help me better position myself for work in a healthcare setting, I enrolled in Operation Able's Medical Office Computer Training Program, a two-part program that starts with Skills to Work taught by Barb Chervin and finishes with Medical Office Training taught by Paul Pickett. Through these programs, I've learned medical office administrative support skills, such as medical terminology, electronic medical records, and HIPAA regulations. As a result, I can confidently say that I have greatly improved my computer skills and improved my overall understanding of the workflows and supporting tools used in a medical office setting. Really, enough cannot be said about the patience, clarity, and support provided by both instructors. But it doesn't end there. Help with my resume, interviewing, and networking were provided by so many outstanding Able support staff members, like Stephanie Legatos, Patty Ball, Joe Laskowski, and Marilyn Pickett, to name just a few. And my fellow students were also helpful, sharing their knowledge about Zoom and other conferencing programs, as well as their work experiences. This served to create the same kind of bond that one develops in an in-person classroom. Finally, I was also fortunate to be offered the opportunity to present to ABLE's Employee Advisory Committee. This is a group of HR professionals that volunteers their time to help ABLE's and its students. I was one of 4 students selected to present our job search story to the committee, and they in turn offered feedback on our presentation skills so that we could be better prepared for future job interviews. I am proud to say that after sharing my story with them, several members of the committee followed up with employment opportunities for me to consider. And I have just recently accepted an offer to join Point 32 Health as a member services representative. Overall, I can say my experience with ABLE was simply awesome. Thank you, Operation ABLE.
Thank you, Janet, and congratulations on your new position with Point 32 Health. We're all so very proud of you. At this point, let me introduce Lydia Greene, our board chairperson, and ask her to share a few of her thoughts and comments on your accomplishments.
Well, thank you, Mark, and good morning, everybody. And as a retiree from Point 32 Health, of course, that story is one of my favorites. Welcome, and thank you all for joining us for our 2022 graduation ceremony. What a great way to start today. It's gloomy outside, but boy, this is, I can just feel the warmth coming off of everybody here. I love seeing all the pictures of our grads. As Mark said, my name is Lydia Greene, and I'm the chairperson. Proud to serve as Operation ABLE's Board of Directors. On behalf of the entire board, I am delighted to be with you this morning. We thank all our graduates, their families, their friends, our employer partners, and of course, special guests, especially Secretary Chen, for joining us for today's celebration. This is our 40th year. And as Mark said, we have 178 job seekers on their path to employment. What an accomplishment in both regards. ABLE's willingness to embrace change, as seen in every single one of our job seekers, students, and staff, is highlighted in this year's graduation theme, and it's really inspiring. So in that regard, I want to take a moment to recognize ABLE's expert instructors, our professional and encouraging staff, our president and CEO, Marian Walsh, our board of directors, our partners, and of course, our funders. They have been unwavering in their support and commitment to ABLE's life-changing work, especially through the economic and healthcare upheavals of the last couple of years. I mean, it's been extraordinary. I also really want to thank our graduates today for the privilege of serving you and to congratulate you on growing your workforce skills. You are ready to re-enter today's workplace, well prepared to navigate the new realities, probably better prepared than I am these days. You've gained the technical skills needed to move down the path towards economic self-sufficiency. Your experience with live online training via Zoom and other new platforms really enhances your ability to pursue those remote and hybrid job opportunities, which I think are here to stay. And if you're interested, you have the skills now that you need to explore a new career path, a new passion even, or something you've always wanted to learn more about, but that you may not have had the opportunity to do before. So, on behalf of Operation ABLE's board and all of our staff, I offer my sincere congratulations to each of you. I am confident with your new skills, experience, and knowledge, you will all be successful on your employment path. So please allow me to introduce our wonderful Operation ABLE President and CEO, Marian Walsh.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you very much. it is such a remarkable thing what we can do when we are a team. And our team at Operation Able is wide and deep. We want to thank all of the directors who have helped us bring important change to Operation Able and to those we serve. Although in our 40th year, we at Operation Able continue to invite and implement change to our approach, to our curriculum, to our technology, and to our outreach. We provide and create the highest quality and most impactful workforce development training in both computer use and in workplace behavioral skills. Both are so important. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. This magic unfolds because of you and because of our motivated and creative and expert instructors. We're also so supported by our staff, and we're joined by scores of partners who seamlessly provide their specialized services and goods to Operation Able. For example, the Department of Elder Affairs, SNAP, MRC, DTA, AARP, the Department of Labor, Mass Hire, United Way, the City of Boston, the Salvation Army, and so many more. It's a concert. Our employers and our host agencies and our Employer Advisory Committee provide the support and training for you to succeed, graduate, and launch your employment path. We at Operation Able realize that workforce is our product and training is our service. We at Operation Able thank each of you for the privilege of training you and collaborating with you on your professional development, your personal growth, and your self-discovery. We at Operation Able thank each of our graduates for this honor and meaningful purpose. As you embrace change on your employment path, remember to continue to challenge yourself, be prepared for each day on the job, and establish new goals and expectations. Find the support you need and achieve them. This is, in fact, just the beginning. Carry with you what you've learned about contributing to a positive work environment. And remember that we are both proud of you, supportive of you, and here for you wherever you are on your employment path. You are a gift and a blessing to the workplace, and you will continue to contribute as long as you do embrace change. However, your success and graduation, although only possible through your true grit, is also a most important happening for those you love, for your community, for our country, for our economy, and even our democracy. You are part of man's finest achievement. Wherever you work, you are part of a human family that brings us food, medicine, clothing, transportation, education, technology, and more. All only possible because people go to work, people study, people train, and people contribute. What work looks like and where we do it will continue to change. But one thing is certain. Each worker, whatever their job, makes a difference in the quality and happiness of the lives of each one of us. Here at Operation Able, we salute you. We are here for you on your entire path for employment. We congratulate you. Well done. I have the singular and distinct honor to work with many remarkable people. But today, in our 40th year, where Operation Able continues to change, and we embrace change and we embrace growth, perhaps there is no one more capable of demonstrating effective and innovative leadership for positive change in a variety of sectors than our Secretary of Elder Affairs, Dr. Elizabeth Chen. The shepherd of a $700 million budget and responsible for advancing health, economic, housing, safety, and well-being of elders across Massachusetts. Dr. Chen is both holistic and thorough. For example, in workforce development for senior job seekers, Secretary Chen competed for and won a national demonstration project grant, the Remote Worker Training Grant, where Operation ABLE is the workforce development provider. 48 graduates from 3 different cohorts are among our graduation today. The nimble, professional, and enterprising leadership of Dr. Chen has lifted seniors across the Commonwealth. Dr. Chen has held senior executive positions in both the public and private sectors and is a graduate of Yale University, holds an MBA from the University of Pennsylvania, and a master's in public health from Harvard University. Dr. Chen also holds a PhD in gerontology from UMass Boston. Secretary Chen has the depth, experience, appreciation, and respect for older workers and job seekers that is unmatched in Massachusetts. I present to you gratefully our keynote speaker, Dr. and Secretary Elizabeth Chen.
Pardon me today. I have a little bit of a cold, but thank you so much for that incredible introduction. I hope I live up to those words. It is a real honor and privilege to serve the people of the Commonwealth as the Secretary of the Massachusetts Executive Office of Elder Affairs. And I feel privileged to be here today to celebrate with you. And thank you to Operation ABLE's. Thank you to all of you and to Marian Walsh for inviting me today. And many, many congratulations on celebrating this 40th anniversary of Operation ABLE. First, let me share with you our role at the Executive Office of Elder Affairs. We receive funding from the US Department of Labor to help older people gain skills for today's jobs. And we are so grateful to Operation ABLE for being a key partner in doing this work through the Senior Community Services Employment Program, CSEP, and the Remote Employee Skills Training Program. Computer skills are even more important today than ever. Over the past 10 years, look at us. We're having this graduation by Zoom. And when the pandemic first hit, I had to learn to use Zoom. I had never used it before. And I was a total klutz. Now I can't imagine working without video meetings. And I'm still a klutz when I'm trying to show slides in a meeting, or when I go from a meeting using Zoom to one using WebEx or one using Microsoft Teams. But I keep practicing. So let me now turn to you graduates. I'd like to congratulate each and every graduate on your achievement. Operation ABLE's courses are known to be intensive and rigorous, and you should be so proud of yourselves for getting here today. It is so wonderful that you decided to take the steps to further your education. You prove that it's never too late to learn a new skill. You prove that when there's a chance to get more training, you go for it. No matter what your age, where you've been, what you may or may not have done before. You have proven that sticking with it, even when you want to give up, pays off. And you've proven that it's hard to learn new skills, that life stuff, just life, can get in the way, but it can be done. And when you keep putting one foot in front of the other, we get to our goal. So fantastic job, graduates, and congratulations. Now to the employers and the valued partners in the audience, thank you for investing in older workers. You are setting the standard, you are breaking biases, and showing that older workers are valuable contributors. Thank you for mentoring this class and other classes that have come before and that will come after. When I received my invitation to speak at this graduation, I immediately accepted because I see my own life story in so many of yours here, graduates. My story began in 1971 with a very, very vivid memory. And that's the year we came here from Taiwan. My parents were both teachers at the time, placed their entire life savings on our kitchen table, the down payment for our American dream, a new life for my parents and their 5 children, 5 daughters. But in our rush to the airport, we had our airline tickets, we had our passports, but somehow we forgot our life savings on the kitchen table. That's right. All the money my parents had saved for years, including a gift from my grandparents, was sitting right where we had left it, and we could not go back to get it. But we boarded our plane and arrived in Boston with empty pockets, but full of hope. And speaking for my 2nd grade self, more than a little anxiety. We didn't know the language. We didn't know the culture. We certainly were not ready for New England weather because we arrived from the tropics in January, but we had Chinatown. The place where I grew up, we had its energy and its love and support have sustained me throughout my life, and it always will be a part of me, and it sustains me today. You now have Operation Able, in addition to your own communities. I hope you will always look back on this phase of job training fondly, with good memories of the people in your cohort, with good memories of the people teaching you skills, and with good memories of the people who are helping you connect to jobs. I have similar good memories about a community of people who helped us settled into our new country. Our first apartment was a 1-bedroom, which might seem a little small for 7 people, but it was home until we could find a bigger place. We found a bigger place at Castle Square in the South End, and we lived there until I went to college. And I still tell people I grew up in Boston, in the South End, and as one of my friends says, long before it was filled with bougie people. Some of you might remember the Dover Street station on the elevated Orange Line. That was my stop. And Washington Street, Tremont Street, and Dover Street, now East Berkeley Street, looks so different. I hardly recognize it. So my parents worked really hard. My mom and dad were teachers when we were in Taiwan, but because they didn't know English well enough when they got here, my dad worked as a waiter at a restaurant in Chinatown. My mom became a key punch operator. I often think about how brave they were to move to the US with 5 children, reinvented themselves by working in low-wage jobs so that my sisters and I could have better lives in the US. I'm not so sure their lives were better because they gave up teaching, which is a well-respected profession. And they became, my father became a waiter and my mother a key punch operator. But they were certainly better off because of their courage and strong work ethic. And they certainly, I always felt their pride in us. I work now, and as a result, I now work in government because I believe in all the good government can do. With each step of life in this country, I have received a little help until I no longer needed that help. When we lived at Castle Square, my parents paid a rent that was affordable for their income. Starting in the 2nd grade and all the way through high school, I was a free breakfast and lunch kid. This helped my parents not only with the money part, but they worked long days and did not have to get up early to make me breakfast and pack me lunch. And I got nutritious meals as fuel for my brain and for my body. And that's why I'm especially proud of Operation Able for connecting so many of you with SNAP benefits. I hope SNAP brings you some relief and gives you a chance to choose healthy foods for you and for your families. And additionally, I know getting more education or training is not an option or out of reach because of tuition. For myself, I received Pell Grants, scholarships, and other financial aid every step of the way in my education. It seems obvious. Of course, if you're not employed, you can't afford tuition, right? And job training should focus on the real jobs that are out there. It does seem obvious, but it's also very hard to make this a reality. And this is the power of the CSEP program and the work of organizations like Operation Able. So now that you have graduated, tell your friends, it's never too late to learn a new job skill. Working keeps you healthy, gives you a routine, opens your world to new things and new people, keeps you from being isolated, and gives you a sense of purpose. Older workers have much to offer an employer. Employers want a workforce that is loyal, stable, consistent, and able to adopt new ways of doing things. Your life experience, your resilience through hard times, the new skills you just learned are the qualities that employers need. My mom and dad worked in their jobs for the same employer for almost 20 years. They started new at age 45. They went to work on time every day, made sure they did their jobs well for every minute of their shift, learned new ways as businesses changed, and never took for granted the privilege of being employed. While being a waiter and a key punch operator must have been hard on their self-esteem after being teachers, they never looked at life that way. They were proud of their own quality of work and didn't let customers or other people get into their skin. This strength, this resilience came from life experience, and you have it too. You have much to give to an employer. I am excited to see what each of you will do after today. I have nothing but confidence that each of you will achieve personal success. And so thank you again for inviting me here today to share this momentous day with you. And congratulations on graduating.
Well, thank you, Madam Secretary. I don't think anyone would disagree that I understated our expectations. You have more than exceeded them. You have connected to the climb, the journey, the confidence, the true grit in your own life and that of your family. That really is about embracing change that each of our students and graduates are also summoned to do. On a personal note, I grew up on the Orange Line. My entire life on that elevated Orange Line. And so I went through your neighborhood many times, and my dad spent a lot of time in your neighborhood actually practicing medicine. So I really, really appreciate how much we have shared. And even something like that transportation, having that Orange Line opened up our doors, and people went to work and did it every single day. And what a contribution that made in ways that they will never know. We thank you. We thank you for all that you are as a woman, as a leader. We thank you for your recognition of older workers and all they have to offer. And part of that is because all they have experienced. And we also want to acknowledge some of your staff with whom you work especially close. We want to acknowledge Olga Yukalova, Margarita Feldman, Amanda Bernardo, Kathy Devine, Molly Evans, and Adam Frank. We have worked with so many people in your secretariat, these individuals most especially. And we thank you for your great team and all that you've done for seniors across Massachusetts. So thank you so much, and the best to you and your team on all your other important endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a privilege to be here with you. Bye for now.
As we really remember the remarks offered by Dr. Secretary Chen, you know, we really recognize the importance of employers, as certainly she does. We hold our employer partners in the highest regard as they make our path to employment possible. A most valued partner is the Mass League of Community Health Centers, established in 1972, and today serving over 1 million residents in Massachusetts throughout the state through 300 individual sites. Today, we also recognize an Outstanding Employer of the Year, an award that we bestow on an employer who contributes to civic engagement, economic development, and provides either a good or a service that lifts our community and promotes the common good. Janice Brathwaite has served for 16 years as the Director of Workforce Programs at the League. Janice also serves on behalf of the League as a member of our Employer Advisory Committee at Operation ABLE, an important committee that connects qualified job seekers to interested employers, and where Janice has auditioned and coached many of our students on their employment search. Janice also, on behalf of the League, is often the guest speaker on Friday mornings to our students, where she informs and inspires. Janice, to you and the Mass League of Community Health Centers, we thank you. We thank you for the League's service in providing treatment and prevention of disease and illness to the people of Massachusetts, as well as the League being an exemplary employer and corporate citizen. Janice, we salute you. You who represent the League so well, and also you individually and personally, because you are a consummate professional with expertise, compassion, and encouragement for all of our job seekers on their path to employment. Congratulations, Janice, and to the Mass League of Community Health Centers for all that you do and serve and be and create. Congratulations on behalf of Operation ABLE to the Mass League of Community Health Centers and to you, the Director of Workforce Programs. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.
Good morning. I want to start out by congratulating the Operation ABLE graduates. I know at many times it's been a challenging road that you've had to follow, but here you are graduating. My name is Janice Brathwaite, and I am the Director of Workforce Programs for the Massachusetts League of Community Health Centers. As part of the League for the past 16 years, I've had the opportunity to work with and support the human resource directors and their staff at 52 community health centers throughout the state. I was being interviewed the other day by someone, and they asked me, what is one of the biggest workforce challenges the health centers face today? And I summed it up by saying, recruiting dedicated and mission-driven employees. This speaks to the heart of why my collaboration with Operation ABLE is so important. Operation ABLE can provide the health centers with well-trained candidates for many of their open positions. In all my interactions with the students at Operation ABLE, I can see the type of work that each trainer puts into all they do, and that Operation ABLE is giving each student the support they need to be successful in their career and in their life. As stated in Marian's introduction, I have been part of the Employee Advisory Council for several years and have been able to collaborate with many of the major employers in the greater Boston area. I have also been able to interact personally with many of the students as they're going through the program. It's truly an honor to be recognized by Operation ABLE as the Employer of the Year. Some closing words for the graduates, and this is something I live by and experience every day. Do what you love, and the money will follow.
Thank you, Marian, and many thanks and appreciation to Janice for your support of Operation ABLE's programs and our graduates. Your assistance to our students and staff, your support of our job seekers, and your participation in our Employer Advisory Committee is greatly appreciated. We look forward to a strong and growing partnership with the League. Thank you again, Janice. Before we officially begin our commencement and presentation of certificates, let's hear from one more of our students. Allow me to introduce Elaine Gadsden, a graduate of ABLE's Remote Employment Training Program. Elaine?
My name is Elaine Gadsden. I am a graduate of Operation ABLE 2022. I have worked since the age of 16, and I would never take that experience back. I really wish I had been more tolerant and stuck with some of the jobs I've had, but I was young and confident, always trying to find my way. I can honestly say those were the good old days. Well, in 2015, I was hit with a layoff, my first one ever, even though my department was told there would be no cuts. Then in 2020 came COVID. I took a job as a receptionist for a property management company for my home office, which was challenging as the company's office were closed and residents were required to talk to property managers for assistance. When they couldn't get the information they needed in a timely manner, I bore the brunt of their frustration. Later that year, the company began laying people off, and I knew as I consoled them that my time was coming. And soon after, I was laid off. At that point, I knew I needed to update my computer skills. I learned about ABLE almost 20 years ago from a friend who had graduated from ABLE's programs. She was great at Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, and she taught me a few things. Based on that experience, I enrolled in ABLE's remote employee training program. From day one, they were in my corner. They helped me put on my boxing gloves and taught me to hit jabs and hit them hard and told me, "You rock." This program is the best thing that's happened to me in many years. And it gave me a boost in my confidence that I really needed so badly. The instructors have been patient and caring, and I wish this class would never end. And I want it to be even longer because there was so much to learn in 20 weeks. My head was spinning. Dave Bassett, thank you for the opportunity. I wish I would have taken these classes earlier, but I guess I needed to take my personal journey first, for which I thank my grandmother, Viola Chapman Miller, for her vision and wisdom. Laura and Colleen, my instructors, thank you. Thank you so much. Now it's my time to say, you rock. We finished our program in early October, and I just wanted to share how much I gained from my ABLE experience. Many, many thank yous to everyone. I really appreciated this opportunity and would do it again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elaine, and thanks for the kind words, staff, and I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. And congratulations on completing your 20 weeks of training. It's a great testament to your positive attitude and resolve. We wish you the best moving forward and good luck in your job search. It is now my pleasure to introduce Laura Stevenson, instructor, for the awarding of certificates to our ABLE Beginnings graduates.
Deborah Adams, Carol Armstrong, Kathy Beam, Charlene Billman, Terry Boylorn, John Boynton, Suzanne Bruce, Victor Campana, Quadra Campbell, Janine Chase, Sinette Fishha, Kit Fong Yi, Janet Getchell, Joanne Hemingway, Candace Lane, Christine Leeds, Ufa Lunati, Beatrice Mallard, Florina Marcelino, Amy Medeiros, Rocio Medina, Alicia Ortiz, Marinda Patterson, Andrea Payne, Christian Peterson, Cindy Palm, Lisa Portelli, Linda Shangra, Lynn Tat, Celine Tahir, Myra Valdez, Elizabeth Vatcher, Karen Vaughn, Pamela Watson, Deborah White, Carol Wright, Yelena Z. You will hear from Patty Ball, our program manager and computer instructor within the ABLE's Computer Refreshers program.
Christina Apple, Carol Armstrong, Yvette Arroyo, Judy Bell, Rahel Burry, Charlene Billman, Mildred Brown, Quandra Campbell, Melilia Carius, Elise Chan, Margaret Charles, Linda Coleman, Janaea Collins, Olivia Cordero, Edmund Crotty, Randall Cutting, Othello Dennis, Sheila Foster, Kathy Fraser, Cheryl Jackson, Veronica Jama, Maria James, Timothy Jones, Denise Judge, Adele Lopes, Wafa Lugnati, Amy Medeiros, Eva Namazi, Leslie Nelson, Matthew Norton, Ementina Pena, Jean Perrin, Cindy Palm, Kevin Porter, Rosalinda Sotomayor, Akila Stanley, Lisa Tavicoli. And now Barb Chervin will read off the names of the Skills to Work graduates.
Maurice Calixta, Donling Chen, Denise Fodderingham, Janet Getchell, Mary Yao, David Johnson, Elizabeth Kohler, Sonia Lorenzo, Wafa Luknati, Sophie Tran Luong, Rissa Morgan, Marcia Perkins, Kevin Porter, Wayne Raycraft, Susan Sandler, Lorianne Schottmiller, Carolyn Thomas, Zhe Yan. And now Marilyn Pickett will read the names of the Medical Office Training Program graduates.
Paula Alvarez, Judy Bell, Sharella Brewington, Marilia Carius, Carla Casey, Margaret Charles, Melina Cuesta, Manisha Davis, Christy Emmanuel, Vanessa Francois, Kathy Fraser, Christina Junta, Bridget Henahan, Dejanera Enriquez, Karen Sue, Angela Jones, Martha Lohr, Tamicha Luna, Minister Samaya McConnell, Catherine Moore, Linda Monroe, Shantae Nixon, Anna Pagiatakis, Tiffany Piggs, Ebony Pullum, Yolanda Rivera, Anne Marie Santarelli, Kelly Simpson, Danielle Brown Smith, Rosalinda Sotomayor, Marina Chubar, Catherine Vasquez, Daphne Saintville, Teresa Valentine, Janet Wilkins, Betty Williams. And now, here to read the names of the Donnelly Medical Office Training Program graduates is Paul Pickett.
Thank you. Antonia Armand, Andrea Binns, Quandra Campbell, Tracy Clark, Jessica Leggett, Dora Locke, Gladys Mbulu, Elizabeth Noel, Isis Solomon. Now, Mary Burke will read the names of the graduates of the Remote Employment Training Program.
Thank you. Wendell Amos, Patricia Brooks, Angela Bino, Elise Chan, Gwendolyn Cleckley, Maria Perez Cuevas, Kimberly Carvello, Diane Dagan, Marjorie Delsoin, Sharon Dirick, Merlene Dubuisson, Lee Duncan, Janina Flynn, Deborah Fox, A. Elaine Gadsden, Cheryl Gamble, Adela Diaz Guzman, Anne Hanlon, Norman Harrow, Pamela Howard, Linda Hughes, Lisa Jackson, Lola Jean Baptiste, Dorothea Jones, Gunbushan Kaur, David Klinkhammer, Mona Legere, Michael Lebednik, Casey McCormick, Warren Mason, Euderkis Mello, Luis Marin, V. Nguyen Sismet, Deborah O'Brien, Marjorie Ogg, Judith Four, Brenda Richardson, Diane Robert, Mark Robertson, Leo Rodriguez, Judith Rosenbush, Kerry Shaw, David Sudak, Suzanne Talaya, Lisa Tavicoli, Dorothy Weidman, Noreen Woods, Mei Zhao,
Congratulations to all of our graduates on your successful completion of the programs and our continued best wishes for your success. Congratulations on your employment if you're working, and good luck in your job search. And thanks again to our instructors, classroom assistants, and support staff for making all of this possible. I just wanted to mention Roderick Kersey, our internship coordinator for the Skills to Work and Medical Office Training Program. Thank you, Roderick, for all your great work in connecting our participants to internship opportunities with our partner employers. Thanks, Roderick. Let me now introduce Mike Festa, a member of our board of directors and the state director of AARP Massachusetts, to say a few closing words. Mike?
Thank you, Mark. Let me just start by saying that I'm sure everyone that's been watching this program today is inspired as I am at not just the number, the sheer quantity of people who have graduated from the various programs, but also the tenacity and each and every person's story about how they got to where they are in this training program that Operation Able has run for them. And, you know, the lessons that we've heard in particular, I think of Secretary Chen's very poignant comments about her family, about her own personal story. Listening to Janet and Elaine, a couple of the featured graduates that we heard from today. The thread here is this: there are challenges of life that are presented that we all are facing. The question is how we deal with it, and the opportunity that each and every one of you graduates have seized to train and prepare yourself for the next phase of your life is something you should be very, very proud of. I know as a member of the board of Operation Able that we are very aware of the extraordinary personal efforts that each and every one of you have made to get to this point in your life. I want to give a quick and important shout out to Marian Walsh and to Mark, who's been doing a great job emceeing today, and Lydia. These are the leaders of Operation Able, and they have gone through their changes. Embracing change is the theme of this graduation, and I think you can say fairly that both Operation Able as an entity has embraced that change as well. You know, all the curveballs we're all well aware of in terms of not just COVID, but the challenging shifting sands of employment opportunities, the economy, et cetera. All of this requires steadfast leadership. And we are blessed at Operation Able to have an incredible board, an incredible leadership, awesome staff, dedicated and willing to take every challenge and seize the day. So I just want to say in closing that this has been a very inspiring moment for me to listen and see how many people have graduated from the various programs, to also know, and I guess I want to leave you with this thought, know this: you are valued, not just in a personal way, but also in terms of your skills and your willingness, frankly, to join a workforce that is in desperate need of quality, dedicated people. As Secretary Chen said, older workers are the backbone of our economy. Older workers provide a lot of the quality that employers are looking for to fill their vacant positions, and there are still many of them out there. So let me end by quoting one of my favorite first ladies, Michelle Obama, who said, you know, success isn't about how life looks, your life looks to others. It really is about how it feels to you. And I hope you feel proud. I hope you feel successful because you've achieved greatness already in your life. And now you're about to emerge into a whole new work environment. Congratulations, and thank you for giving me the honor of ending this program.
Thank you, Mike, for your good words. We really appreciate it. Great thoughts to live by. Well, that concludes our 2022 virtual graduation. Congratulations to all, and thank you to staff and our partners. And let me just take this opportunity to thank all of our community partners again for their support through the year. They provide support not only to the program and to our staff, but most importantly to our participants and our students to help them make it through the program and graduate. So thank you to our partners as well. Thank you all for attending, and I guess I'll say let the celebration begin.
Congratulations to Operation Able's graduating class of 2022. And now it's time for us all to join this celebration. Please click your start video icon and unmute your video in the lower left corner of your screen.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank
Charlene,
you.
hey.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Hola. Congratulations, Angela.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sunny.
Muchas felicidades a todos. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations,
everyone.
Awesome job.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Congratulations.
You all heard a great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike.
Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Patty Ball.
Well done, everybody.
You,
Well
everybody.
done.
Woohoo.
Everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Marilyn
Great
Pickett.
job.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Janice Brathwaite.
My baby.
Aw.
Yay.
Thank you.
Mine is not on.
Congratulations.
Thank
Did you
you.
see me?
Bye-bye.
Well done,
Bye.
Oh,
everyone.
I
So that was
joined you. Oh, that's so
we hope that
fun.
everybody
She won't let me
has
when
a
I made all that
together.
commotion.
Thank you
She
so
took
very
me
much
off.
for attending. Enjoy the rest of the day.
That's good. That's
Thank
good.
you.
Have a nice day. Bye, everybody.
Luck
That was
everyone on our new
very sweet.
chapter.